Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Treble Clef Project. Today I'm joined with another very talented special guest, and she's going to introduce herself and tell us about her involvement in the performing arts.
Hi, my name is Isabelle, and I am part of Doherty's Symphonic Wind Ensemble. It is a band group that combines wind and percussion instruments, and we perform occasionally.
Awesome. So, what instrument do you play?
I play the French horn.
And when and why did you start playing this instrument?
I started playing in sixth grade. Before that, I used to play the alto sax, and there was a lot of competition. So I decided to switch to the French horn because there were a lot of French horns and they needed more people to play in that section, and I thought it was a really unique instrument.
And for people who don't know what the French horn is, can you explain and describe it?
Well, I don't have my French horn with me right now, but it's not like your typical brass instrument. Like your brass instrument usually has like the bell that like points towards the audience, but the bell for the French horn points towards the back. So if you can imagine, this is how I would hold it, and then this is the tubing would take up a lot of space, and then all the sound would push out towards the back of the room.
Tell us a little bit about your experience playing the French horn and being part of the band at school.
Well, oh, in middle school, my band director started a jazz group out, like it was more of an extracurricular activity, and he included a lot of non-traditional jazz instruments such as flutes, French horns. Those aren't usually instruments that you'd see in a jazz performance, and I thought it was a really interesting way to mix up music, like traditional music experiences that you'd see.
And what is band like at Doherty?
Well, band to get in the top performance groups, you have to it's an audition based program. So freshman, you start off in the band where everyone else is, and then you can start to make your way up. I'm already at the top. It's symphonic wind, and then below that is wind, and then symphonic bands.
Mhm. And what kind of music do you play?
We play a lot of different styles. We don't play jazz, of course, because there's a jazz ensemble. We play some classical pieces, typically marches, and then we also do pep for like fun little songs as well. So there's a wide variety.
What do you enjoy the most about playing the French horn?
Oh, I really love how the French horn is so flexible with its sound. Like it can play along with the bass line, and it can even play like soprano like melodies along with the trumpets. It's like that high register.
What is something that you've learned from your time with this instrument?
I've learned that taking the time to practice, putting in the work to master certain elements, even just mastering all the different scales, it takes a lot of time and effort, but like anything, if you put the work in, you can always make that accomplishment.
And how has your music experience changed now that we're back in person? We're able to play music with people. How has it changed from when you were making music during quarantine?
Well, during quarantine, we wouldn't practice together. Even during Zoom meetings, everyone would be muted. You can't really hear anyone except yourself, except for the recording that you play along to. And then in person, you realize how imperfect it is, how out of tune you are. But it's also really good because you can gauge with the rest of the ensemble of where you are and how you can improve rather than listening and recording yourself along with the perfect recording.
Hmm. And can you also tell us a little bit about how the band community is?
What do you mean?
Like how is the community fostered within the performing arts?
There are a lot of bonding activities. We have a band council that oversees many of the music that we play at our fun, especially at our fun events, at football games, at our pancake breakfast. It's like a fundraiser. And they are also the ones that make us a tight-knit community. Like made this entire celebration for the seniors at the last football game. And there was like this banquet. There's always this banquet at the end of the year where we celebrate everyone's like musical accomplishments.
And can you tell us a little bit about some memorable experiences you've had or opportunities you've had while playing this instrument?
Oh, during our trips, like even our middle school trips to Disneyland, where we can record with like along, we can record songs that we've learned when we were young, like just Disney movies. Those that was really fun and a memorable experience. And in high school, it would probably even be the pep games because it's a way for us to break out of like our typical concert stage experience and just be in like the football stands like any other student.
Why do you think the arts, specifically music, is important and why should it be encouraged in youth?
I think it provides a lot of different skills you can like you even the simple skill of listening to someone or just like listening to the sound of a note. It's so beautiful, just like the way that can be applied to make this kind of music. And it can be applied in many ways too, not just band, it can just be choir, orchestra, and all of that.
Mhm.
And participation is really nice throughout high school because it allows you these various experiences.
And my last question for you is what advice do you have for people who want to get involved in music and band?
I would say just get involved as much as you can because before you know it, it's your senior year, it's the end of the year, you're graduating, and then to looking back, you want to see everything that you want, everything that you were involved in, and all the memories that you made through those involvements.
All right, well, those are all the questions I had for today. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing your experiences with us.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for the video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next Wednesday for a new video. Bye, everyone.